Going right back into the heat. Oh, look at that. Interesting clouds over New Orleans for sure. In fact, we have gotten some reports of some funnel clouds south along some of our coastal areas where there have been some thunderstorms developing and bringing a little bit of rotation. So water spouts around there, not completely out of the question, as I was saying. And our temperature held down to about 91 because of the clouds and, of course, the rain earlier this morning. Still feeling like about 100, but I guess it could be worse. This is all, of course, because of this surface front that has been driven in from an upper trough off to our northeast. And now the front is just hugging our coastline. And that is exactly pretty much where we're seeing the storms along the front or a little bit out ahead of it over some of our extreme northern Gulf of Mexico spots. Really, we're only seeing these storms now south of the coast. A couple of very small showers, one around Cutoff, one south of Morgan City over here, with some lightning, but now most of our land areas are a bit quieter after we had a flare-up of some of those afternoon showers and storms along the coast. And of course, those storms that rolled in for the New Orleans area early this morning, or somewhat early this morning, kind of mid-morning, I guess. Our rain totals were more than an inch for a lot of spots. The lakefront saying about a quarter of an inch along with Belle Chase. So we did benefit from those showers and storms this morning because it has kept our temperatures at least a little bit limited. And especially earlier in the day, those temperatures just weren't zooming up into the 90s like they so often do. Temperatures right now mostly in the lower 90s or in the 80s if you're a little farther south and kind of lucky. Feels like temperatures range depending on where you've been and how much rain you got earlier today. Some of you feeling like triple digits still. All of us will be seeing our temperatures go down through the 80s this evening, and our models have not been doing the best job with this evening. They did a great job with this morning storms, but now we're looking at our forecast through this evening again with the downward trend of any showers and storms out there. So most of what we're seeing even near the coast should be coming to an end pretty soon. Not ruling out an isolated shower or storm though this evening and tonight. Now this is tomorrow on your Monday morning, looking pretty quiet, and we might actually see the same kind of thing. The front will be weakening and it will still be in its general spot here along the coast. So that's where we may see some of those showers and a few thunderstorms. But our rain chance tomorrow for most of our land areas, not that high. Maybe about a 20% rain chance. Now tonight we have lows in the 70s expected. It is not quite as muggy. Our dew points and relative humidity has fallen just a little bit. It's not that noticeable, but I think it will make a difference, and that should be the trend this week, actually. Tomorrow we have highs expected near 94 and a lower chance for rain, about 20%. And what we saw was this trough that brought us the weekend rain lifting off away from us. So the early part of this week, we're more under the influence of that high. That means hot and not a lot of rain. Now later in the week, we'll have a slightly higher chance because we may see a little pocket here where we could get a few showers and storms. Even then, the rain chance about 30% by Wednesday and Thursday. Now we have Tropical Storm Dawn. Not much happening with that besides rapid weakening over these cooler waters, but it was our first hurricane of the season. And now looking out at this Invest 95, this small disturbance we've been talking about for days now, its chance of development has gone down because models just really aren't showing a lot of aggressive development with it. For example, this is atmospheric rotation with this particular graphic that I'm showing you. And notice it's just kind of hard to track. If this were turning into a strong system, it would really be blowing up here. Now there's a lot of dry air out there. And in general, just not the most favorable conditions aside from warm water. It definitely has that, but you need more than that to get these storms to come together. So not sure if that's going to develop, but either way, it looks like it'll stay far south of us. We'll continue to track it for you. Our 7-day forecast shows pretty typical or slightly above average heat for this part of the year.
When did Dylan